So now that the kids are getting a little bit older, we start leaving them overnight more often, things like that. Going forward, I think the wife's wanting to kind of do a little bit more riding. The DR650 is awful two-up. It's better than the DR350 was, but it is worse than the KLR 650. She actually feels like the KLR 650 is like the second most comfortable bike I've ever owned for her to ride on the back of, right behind Victory Cross Country, which is like, might as well be a Goldwing. You know, big bagger, huge, comfortable seat. So anyway, I think the plan is I'm going to sell the Z125. It's posted for sale. I've had some nibbles, but no good bites yet. And when that sells, I'm just going to ride the Rebel back and forth to work, get a little, save a little gas money. Gas is kind of high right now, around $3.40, $3.50 where I'm at. And I did a little math on it at $3.50 the other day. For every 1,000 miles I put on this instead of my truck, I saved like $112, and I'm 200 miles short of having put 1,000 on it since I got it. So in like 2 weeks, I've saved $112, $100 if you want to round it down. So I'm gonna keep this, ride it back and forth to work for a little while, until springtime. I think come springtime, the DR650 will get the first wash I've ever given it, and it'll get listed for sale, and the Rebel will probably get listed for sale at the exact same time as well. And the reason being is I'll be looking to get that V-Strom 800, possibly Transalp 750. I had a comment asking me why I didn't suggest or mention checking out the Yamaha T7. I would love a T7. I mean, I would love a T7, and I'll look at one if I can find one and take a test ride. But I got a feeling that it's going to be like the DR. Not enough cockpit room for two people to be comfortable for more than like 30 minutes. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong about that so badly. If it had the cockpit room, the forward and back of the KLR 650, I could buy a different seat for it that's a little fatter in the back to be more comfortable. I'm not going that way. Be more comfortable for the wife, and then obviously I'm gonna throw a tail bag on the back, and that'll kind of double as a backrest. I'll get that all situated regardless of what bike I get. I would love to get a T7. That would personally be my next bike. But I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't think it's going to be great two-up, so I'm leaning more towards like a 50-50 use adventure bike, something that unfortunately will not probably ever see a single track, Transalp 750 or a V-Strom 800. Neither one of those probably ever going to see a single track, not if I'm owning it. Unfortunately, dirt roads, sure, of course. It just kind of ride it like a KLR would get ridden. My KLR did see single track like one time, but for the most part, you're not riding it too crazy. But yeah, I would love a T7. To the person that commented that, I commented back, that's kind of my concern. But yeah, I would love for a T7 to work out, but I'll just have to find what I can find and what is going to be comfortable to up for the wife and I. I might possibly go V-Star 650. I would love to have the V-Star 800. Doing that is going to mean buying one new. I highly doubt I stumble across someone who's bought one and then within a month or two wants to sell it, because they're fresh. There's not many of them out there right now. And I don't think the Transalp 750's even hit the market yet. I don't even know when it's supposed to hit the market, but I don't think it's hit the market yet. So these are fresh bikes. I'm probably not going to be able to find a used one. So with that in mind, I'll be buying new. And then, so the other part of that plan, so you sell both bikes in the springtime. That's a seller's market. That's when everybody is getting their taxes back, and anybody who's looking to upgrade bikes or buy their first bike or buy a bike in general, regardless why they're buying it, springtime is a time when they like to do it. You know, warm temps are around the corner. Everybody's thinking about what they're going to do all summer, and people are like, oh man, I got to get another bike, and they got tax money coming in. So springtime, seller's market. So it's perfect time to sell. And so we'll sell both bikes, start looking at an ADV bike that is going to be decent two-up. I'm not going to get like a BMW GS 1250 or 1200. I mean, that would be a good bike. Definitely could find one used. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm gonna not be hasteful with that purchase. I'm gonna try to take my time, test ride some things, let the wife test ride on the back with me, see what she's comfortable with. Plenty of leg room, plenty of butt room, and then just know that, like, yeah, it don't have a backrest on it, but I can add that, can sort that out. That's not a problem. And then I'm not going to go owning just an ADV bike. I'm going to have something else. So whenever that happens, we score the ADV bike, then I'm probably going to small deal sport. So I don't know what that'll be. That could be KLX 250S or 300S. Probably not the Honda CRF 250L or 300L because they're kind of heavier, fatter. Suspension's non-adjustable. Granted, the adjustable suspension on KLX isn't great, but I don't like the Honda. I don't know why I don't like the Honda. I don't like the Honda. I've ridden with people that have the Honda. They're fine bikes. Nothing's wrong with them. They get down the trail just fine. I don't want the Honda. I can't pinpoint why. I don't want it. I will take a DR200 or a Yamaha XT250 over the Honda 250L, and also probably 300L. So yeah, maybe a KLX 250S or 300, KLX 300S or SE. I don't know what they're calling it. But whatever that ends up being, it will be used. Like I said, I would even take DR200 or Yamaha XT250 or 225. I would take any of those three over the Honda. But yeah, small deal sport like that. Something that I can ride on gnarly trails, and I ain't talking about trailblazing like racing. I'm not talking about going fast. Just trail ride, not race enduro races. Trail ride. So a deal sport that I can trail ride. I've owned a DR200. It's perfectly capable of trail riding all day long. Is that the fuzz? That is the fuzz, just hiding out. We weren't speeding, but it caught me off guard. So yeah, trail ride on a small deal sport, and then we'll have the big ADV bike for two-up riding, or just longer adventure type rides with the friends, whether I'm two-up or not. Hopefully start getting some camping going on. Man, I can't talk today. So anyway, I'm rambling on at this point. That'll be the plan. Keep the Rebel, keep producing content on it, riding it to work. It's great fun. Saves on gas. Insurance is stupid cheap. Until spring, sell it. Keep the DR650, keep riding it, making content on it, having fun with it. Also till the spring, sell it. Take all this money, tax money, all the monies, and look at middleweight. Honestly, I'd say small adventure bike, because I don't know that, like things like a Kawasaki versus X300 is an adventure bike. They call it one, but I mean, I guess technically it is. So that would be, if that would be a small adventure bike, we'll be looking at a middleweight adventure bike of some sort, no smaller than a V-Strom 650, probably no bigger than an 800, unless I find a good deal on like a KTM 890 Adventure R, 790, who knows. We'll just have to see what I can find that I like, that the wife likes riding on the back of, and that I think is going to be a good fit. From there, we will also be looking at small dual sport bike, cheap, simple, reliable. If it goes 75 on pavement and I can ride it off-road like a trail bike, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'll get. And that will be the two bikes that we have in the stable for the 2024 year. That is the plan. So let me know what you think of that in the comments. Thoughts, opinions. I'd love to get a T7. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't think it's going to be a great 2-up bike. But you never know. There may be just enough room. We'll see. And until then, I'll catch you on the next one.